Michael, I'd like you to talk to me about the misconception in the cybersecurity space from businesses, just normal businesses. I can't afford affected cyber. What am I going to do? How do you address that?
Well, it's definitely a misconception, and I think there's two parts of that. There's the I can't afford it from a technology perspective, and that could be I don't have the time. I can't afford the time to figure out what we need. I can't afford the cost of implementing something new. I can't afford to hire the right people with the right skills to do that implementation, uh, or I can't afford to outsource it. I don't want to build it. I don't want to staff. I don't want the technology. I want a service provider to do this for me, but that's got to be pretty expensive too. Well, when you look at the economics of it, if you're hiring your own staff and building it yourself, that is a huge lift on day one. Yeah, that's to provide 24/7 coverage for an organization, you need at least 13 people. Well, 13 cyber people with jobs, level one, level two analysts are, 70, $90,000 a year. You need a level three for leadership and escalation. You need at least one engineer, and then you need someone to lead that team. So sprinkled across 13 people, you need these different levels, at least a level one, 7 days a week, and then different staffing and different shifts. But you're looking at $500,000 just in people. Well, then, all right, so what technology do we need to implement to give them the right tools to do that job, protect us effectively? Well, that's depending on the size of your organization, that could be $100,000 to $600,000 a year. So you're looking at somewhere between $600,000 and $1 million to implement it yourself. Maybe a little less for small organizations, but if you outsource that, let's say to a managed security service provider, you get the economies of scale. They've got their set staff or a scalable staff, but the cost of their technology and the people is spread across all of their clients, and it's not just you. And so at Black Swan, we tout ourselves at being one of the most flexible and scalable service providers. We've got 5-person clients, whether it's a credit union or a real estate management company, and we've got 95 clients with 95,000 users, and they both pay the same price per user. And it's not the 95,000 person size company; it's the 5-person. And so, if you could spare $500 a month on protecting yourself, you're going to save yourself at least $1 million when something bad happens. Because a lot of organizations think I can't invest in a service, and I'm just throwing $500 out there kind of as a arbitrary number. But think about it. What do you pay $500 a month for now? Your water bill? Well, that's because you have to. Well, what if you didn't? And you bought, you didn't buy Culligan's or whatever the bottled water is, and you went to Sam's and got the 24 packs for $5. What's a different caliber of water, but you still need water. A lot of people don't consider cyber as something they have to have. Well, you should. It should be part of your expense, your overhead. It should be a budget item. And when you start looking at it as something I have to have, then you can go look at, well, what can I acquire? What can I sign up for that fits in my budget? And a lot of organizations don't look at it that way. They go out and look for services, and then they consider, well, I can't afford that. Well, you should work backwards. Create a budget and go find something that fits your budget, just like you would with water or snacks or whatever it is in the break room. And so, huge misconception that cyber is not affordable. It's not attainable. It's not something you can manage, and you don't have to. You've just got to find the right consultant, trusted partner to figure out the right solution for your organization. And that's tech, people. It's a mix: tech, people, budget, process. And it starts with understanding what your objectives are and where we can start.